travel vlog. This is going to be a quick one. Hey, I'm John from the Super Awesome Geek Show, moving to Florida, in Florida right now. I got to ask you guys a question here. So I know because my father has lived in southern Florida for 10 years or so, and he also was snowbirding for probably about 5 years before that, that there is so much crime down there that you do not want to. It's just absolutely horrible. You can't leave anything in your car that's visible. You hardly ever want to leave anything in your trunk because they might just break your window to check. There are some places where you can't leave anything in your house because the people get broke into every single day. You always hear stories like on the men's room from KISW 99.9 and about them, like half the stories they have come from Florida with the crime and the craziness that people do, okay? And everyone all over the United States knows that the worst thing, if you had to guess, if you hear a terrible story, something stupid, a crime thing, an idiot crapping on the floor in a Walmart or whatever, it's always in Florida. So, here's my question. If that's the case, why is there a police officer about every mile on every Florida interstate, turnpike, whatever we've been on, and sometimes not one? The reason I turned on this video was because I just passed 3 cops sitting all next to each other waiting to pull people over. So apparently the police in Florida are more concerned about how fast you're going on the interstates and turnpikes than they are about the people taking a crap in Walmart or stealing everything, killing people, raping people, and all that other stuff. Because I'm not kidding. There has been a police car, and at least one every mile, and then that time we saw 3. So, and the number of people I've seen pulled over is just crazy. That just seems odd to me. Put your effort and time into something more worthwhile, because whether you're going 70 or 75, the speed limit's 75 on this road, by the way. So, and most people here are, if they're going faster, they're barely going faster. They're not a lot of people pass me, and I'm doing 72. So I'm like, these cops must be pulling people over who are doing like 76. You know what I mean? So they're even getting nitpicky with the speed. I just don't get it. You know? Stop the robbers. Stop the murderers. You know? Stop all the drugs from coming in from down south. Who cares about the roads for, you know, until you get that crap cleaned up. Alright. Rant done. So, yeah, still in Florida. Dad says it's like 900, Florida's like 900 miles or something. So, yeah, it's gonna be a long trip through Florida. And I'm real sick of driving this truck. I know I've said that before, a million times too. But I gotta say, we're down near Orlando now, but we're just about to get there. But the northern part, holy cow! And that was kind of a pun. That's funny. There were cows and ranches all over the place up there. So it kind of looked like the Midwest or even the Northeast, the way the pastures and the trees and the cows and everything were. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't expect to see that in some of the northern parts of Florida. North of Orlando, but south of the border of, you know what I mean? We went by Legoland a little while ago. That was pretty cool. But I've been there. You guys have seen those pictures on Twitter, and a couple videos I think went up on Twitter. Did I put them on the YouTube? I don't know. They're at least on Twitter, you know. But Legoland is pretty awesome. I do recommend going. And here's the trick. You can get in for cheaper if you tell them you're only going to stay for 2 hours. There's like a store pass, sort of. Like they intend for you to just go in and go to the big Lego store that's inside there. I mean, it's big, it's nice. And get their exclusives and things like that. So you can pay a lower price and you're supposed to just go to that. And it doesn't get you on any rides or any attractions, so don't try it. And you'll probably be kicked out if you do, because they'll assume you've been there for more than 2 hours if you're wandering around the park. But once you're in, I found that you could stay for more than 2 hours, because I did. But I think I said that in some of the videos and stuff too, or at least I mentioned it in one of the podcasts. I don't know. I know I've talked about it before. The other neat thing was we passed over the Swanee River. I don't remember the song, but you know, the Swanee River song. And yeah, so we passed over that. There was a place with a 14-foot alligator. That was kind of neat. It was at one of the visitor centers, like when you stopped off, like rest area, right? You know, it was a rest area / visitor center, but they had this 14-foot alligator. Yeah. And let's see. Right about now, I really wish that I didn't have pants on. Everything's bunching up down there from 7 days of driving. My whole body isn't happy. And I'm not wearing shoes because my feet just started getting too. If I could, I'm one of those people that would go barefoot everywhere, but a lot of stores don't like that. My feet feel better when they don't have anything on them, and I don't know why that is, but they just do. I am the most comfortable, even on hard surfaces like paved roads or sharp glass, hard rock, you know, I'm much better barefoot than I am with shoes. It just, my feet hurt when I'm in shoes, no matter what shoe, no matter what insole you get, or special padding, or gel cells, or any of those kind of things. None of that stuff works. Barefoot is the best. That's why I mostly wear things like Converse or something like that doesn't have hardly any sole, because it's the closest to being barefoot as I can get, as the bottom of my feet can get. Maybe it's just because I used to jump out of the bathtub when I was a child and sneak out of the house and run down the street naked. So, you can see a little 5-year-old child running down the street naked? Well, yeah, that was me. Mom would always, eventually she got to the point where she had to sit there every time I took a bath, because otherwise I'd get out and run around. I guess maybe I was an exhibitionist as a child too, who knows? You know, I had my little tape recorder, like, you know, remember those little silver ones that were all flat, and you push the button and the thing comes up, and you slide the tape in, slap it closed, and it had that little handle, and you could push the little play buttons, and you had to hit like play and record at the same time to record something. Well, I had one of those, and I had my Kenny Rogers, The Gambler cassette tape. I think that was the first cassette tape I ever had. First bit of music I may have ever had. My mother was a country fan, so of course I'm going to end up with something like that, right? But, yeah, so can you imagine a little 5-year-old John running down the road after getting out of the bathtub, totally naked, carrying his little tape recorder thing, playing Kenny Rogers, you know? That was me. But it probably calloused my feet and made them, like, enjoy the outdoors more than most people. And plus I used to run through the fields. We lived in a big, like, 47-acre farm. And, you know, so I ran over sticks and stones and ran through the grass barefoot and all this stuff. So, you know, maybe I'm actually a miniature Bigfoot that lost all his hair. I don't know. Or a caveman. I could be a caveman. I mean, look at this forehead. Cavemen had foreheads, you know, big ones, so I could be a throwback to Neanderthal. Who knows? super awesome geek show host. Me like toys and Star Wars. Me food. I don't know, whatever. Yep, yeah. Palm trees, starting to get into those. Although my dad told me that only one palm tree type is native to Florida. So here's another question, Florida. Why do you consider the Australian pine to be an invasive species when all the other palm trees in the area are also invasive species, but you don't mind about those, and in fact you're trying to plant more? It's like you're setting up the illusion that this is a tropical place or something like that, you know? That's kind of strange to me as well. Yeah. Something else interesting. Again, in Florida, there are comic books, graphic novels, and in some cases toys at the rest stops, at the convenience stores. That kind of shocked me, because I'm also finding, we went into a couple of Walmarts because Dad likes to buy like a 12-pack of diet soda, and that's like all he drinks is diet soda and water. So he likes them cold, and he probably goes through 6 sodas a day and 3 or 4 waters. So every other day we gotta stop at a Walmart because that's the store he enjoys. So of course I've been running to the toy aisles just to see what's out there. And what's interesting, again, this happened before when I was visiting my mother. Everything you could ever want is on the shelves in Florida. So I'm curious why there are comics, toys, and graphic novels at places you don't see in Seattle, like gas stations, restaurants, convenience stores, various other places. But you do see them all over the place down here, yet nobody is buying any of it. Or they're ordering it down here in such quantity that the stores never run out. Because at one of the Walgreens, there's like still 10 or 12 of those Darth Vaders with the skull head underneath it, you know, the Emperor's Encounter, right, or something like that. And they're still on the shelves. And when I was visiting my mom, I don't know, what was it, like 6 months ago? I picked up like 3 of them because I was shocked to find them just sitting on the store shelves for retail price. And actually, retail price brings up another point, because everything down here seems to be about 10% cheaper than it was in Washington. Like, I haven't seen a single Black Series figure that's even been marked at $19.99. The highest price I've seen so far is $17.49. And in fact, a lot of the Walmarts have had them at $14.99, regular price, not on sale. But yet Walmart in Washington had them at $19.99. So I'm wondering why everything is so much cheaper down here, less expensive, you know? And why aren't people buying them all? So, yeah, if you want to get stuff that you can't find anywhere else, ask someone who's in Florida and see if they can find it for you. Because, I mean, the Lego, I mean, okay, you know that the X-Wing from Force Awakens, okay? A lot of places, like it might be, I think it's $79 at the Lego store, and a lot of like Targets and Walmarts and other things might sell it for $69. It was $49 at the Walmart here, near Orlando. $49.99 on the shelf. And that's weird to me. And those ones that are like $19.99 up in Seattle, $9.99, half price. And it didn't say sale. It didn't say like if you use your card or any of this stuff. That looked like the regular retail price. So I'm confused why everything is so inexpensive down here compared. I mean, I know it's because of Washington, like Microsoft and all that other stuff, but why so drastic a difference, I guess I should say, you know? But I do not know what the minimum wage is down here, so it could have a factor in all this, you know? Maybe people get paid a lot less down here than they do up in Washington, and it just, you know, reflects that change. So I'll let you know in a few days what when I find out what the minimum wage is down here, because I'd have to look it up, and I'm not going to do that while driving or something. I guess I could ask Siri, but then I'd have to stop the video, go to Siri, come back, restart the video, you know what I mean. I'm just rambling again, so I'm going to let you go until I got something else to say. Keep it geeky out there, everyone. And, yeah, I'm John, host of the Super Awesome Geek Show, moving to Florida, and then going to Star Wars Celebration. Alright, talk to you later, guys. Follow us on Twitter at Awesome Geek Show. See you later.